I'm a big believer in maximizing your time and being productive. And so this is a blessing in a lot of ways, definitely not in all ways, but to have this time to slow down and really focus on what is important to us. So I would say that first and foremost is start to do some self-reflection. Start to understand really what is it, like we talk about being purposeful, we talk about being aligned with your strengths or your interests, whatever it might be, but it starts to really figure out what that is. Like, what are those strengths? What are those interests? Not what do your friends love, what does your community love, but what do you love? What is your passion? And then start to look at the different types of skill sets you can develop. So that means reading books or knowledge and skill sets. So reading books in those particular areas, watching TEDx videos or other YouTube videos in that area. That's looking at the different types of actual hard skills that you can pick up, like graphic design or video editing or coding or whatever it might be. So really, in scheduling your days, I know when we don't have a set structure, it's hard to do that, but I'd invite you to, schedule your day where a couple hours every day is set on some personal and professional projects that you want to work on. Another last thing I'd say is write, if you like to write, or take something up that's going to help you build your brand. So it could be writing, it could be setting up, one of our students has created an amazing podcast and he's interviewing a lot of the top people in the football industry. It's called Cool Down with Abe. I'll give him a shout out. So there's, you can look at podcasts, you can look at writing, or you can look at other blog posts. You never know who's going to see that on LinkedIn or see that randomly searching on Google. And if me as an employer, if I'm going online and I see a young person or anybody just, killing it on a podcast where he's interviewing one of my heroes in the industry or anybody, and I'm thinking, or if he's interviewing me and he's just done great research, or she's done great research as well, then I might look at them a lot differently for a job than I would maybe somebody with more experience in that particular area, just because they've taken the time to maximize and really enhance the experience of this period of where you're kind of forced to be at home all the time.
I echo what Neel said there. You have the ability to level up now and really, find holes in what you maybe think I could be better at this, or this is an area of development for me, and actually do it now. To Neel's point, if you build a little portfolio of work that you're passionate about, and that could be anything, you could look at examples of exemplary leadership from the sports industry during COVID-19, build out a PDF or a PowerPoint of that and say, these are things that have inspired me and I think are going to impact the future of the industry. If that's something you can now put in an email, you can attach to a message, you can put on LinkedIn and say, I have a thought here, and I'm thinking critically about the future. To me, as someone who hires and interviews students, that's what I'm looking for. You don't want to have a 7-month gap where you've done very little to move either technical skills or build your relationship, because I realize it's also hard right now. So we have to practice self-care, but you try to check one thing off the box every week that you can say, this is something I pushed, one more inch down the field during this trying time.